Hello and welcome to my first review. Now, I decided for my first review of a anime, movie, whatever I'm going to do, I decided on Yu-Gi-Oh! Because out of anyone, I'm perfect to review this. Because I have two whole drawers full of the trading cards, and I've seen pretty much every episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! and Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 at least 7 times. Well, probably not, but I've seen them quite a lot. I think there's no episode I haven't seen. Like, a bit later I'll show you all of my cards, well, not all of them one by one, I'll just show you a few notable ones. So, let's get this started. The thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the anime is, in my opinion, better than the manga. With a lot of things, the manga is better, but this I find the anime a lot more entertaining to watch. So, that's what I'm saying about that. So, let me just quickly go through it. Like, I'm just getting this. So, like, to be honest, the most notable the things I'm going to really focus on is the actual first series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Being Yu-Gi-Oh! Itself, and then I'll show you all my Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff I have. So, it's I don't have a script or anything. I'm just memorizing this off by heart, and it's been quite a while since I watched this or played it. So, excuse me if I get something wrong. I'm just grabbing everything I can find that's Yu-Gi-Oh! Related. I'm sure I have a lot more, but not at this house. That's 2 DVDs, 3 DVDs. I at least have 7 probably. 4 DVDs. No, that's just the GX7. 4 DVDs. Swear I had a lot more than this. Probably lost them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've lost most of the DVDs. So I'd never watch them. I can just search it and watch it there. There's another one, which that's probably my favourite one actually. Is that one as well? No. Just quickly checking these last ones. Okay, there. I have all the stuff I can find. So, the thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1, it's definitely one of the, well, to be honest, I'd actually say it's, in my opinion, my least favourite season. Not saying it's bad, but I just think most of the seasons are better. Like, to be honest, I love most of the seasons. Like, I especially like, I think that last one's quite interesting, as well as the one with what's his face in the Seal of Orichalcos. If you've never seen it, definitely check it out. You might enjoy it. Oh yeah, I've got a dual disc as well. I'll show you that in a little second after I've talked about this first series. Okay, there's all my stuff. So, the next thing I'm going to mention, well, I'm still mentioning about the first season, which is what I'll mainly be talking about the anime. I won't really talk about the manga, but I'll talk about video games, as well as merchandise that has been made. I have a lot of the stuff, but I'm not saying I have everything, I don't, but I just have a lot of the stuff that's been made. So, Season 1. It starts with Yugi and his grandpa, and Joey, Tristan, Taya. Seriously, get used to these characters. Yugi, Joey, Tristan, and Taya. You will see them all the time. Now, the first episode is actually quite a notable episode because it involves another very important character, Seto Kaiba. It's his first episode, and it's like he's got this weird. Well, in a different episode, I'll mention what's actually inside of him. I'm using my DVDs that I've got with me to talk about episodes. I'm not watching them. So, episode 1, DVD 1 is the heart of the card. So since Seto Kaiba has 3 blue eyes, his grandpa has a 4th, so he beats grandpa, takes a card, and rips it. So, what was the point in him getting it if he's just gonna rip it up? Don't ask me, I don't care. Now, Yugi is going to challenge him with his grandpa's deck. But his grandpa has a little secret, which is, to be honest, anyone who collects the cards will know how much torture this is. Like, especially me, since I have 4 of the 5 pieces, which pretty much narrowed it down to yugioh, which is you automatically win if you can summon this, but you need to have all 5 cards in your hand at once. Like myself, I have 4 of the 5 cards. So close. Sadly, I've lost them. Like, I have most of my good cards, but I still have a few. But like, they're very hard to find, yeah, and especially now they're hard as balls to find. So in the end, Kaiba just turned into a normal guy again. And what surprised me is, why was it Yugi's school in the first place? That is also a very mentionable episode, the next one. Normally I won't review every single episode on the DVD, but this one is extremely mentionable, because, like, I will review all Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, apart from 5Ds, because I just don't care for that. So as I was saying, episode 2 is where they watch Weevil, Underwood and Rex Raptor. We'll see them dickheads a bit later. Just get used to seeing them. They will annoy you throughout the entire series. They're playing a card game and Weevil wins on TV. I'm trying not to spoil it, but I'm not doing a very good job with that. And Yugi gets a package from Maximilian Pegasus with a videotape, a dueling glove with 2 star chips, so that he can go to the tournament Duelist Kingdom, which is probably the most, well, boring tournament to watch, because the game is just absolutely non-developed at this point. Well, I'll excuse it if it's the first season, but the second season is just brilliant. So much fun to watch. But, okay, as I was saying, I'm trying not to go off topic either. Now, Pegasus on this video brings Yugi and his friends into the Shadow Realm to duel Yugi. And then, once Yugi loses, because Pegasus can see everything in his entire hand, he takes Yugi's grandpa and takes him to the Shadow Realm and seals him in a card. So that means we have an actual reason to go to Duelist Kingdom. Grandpa's also going to get kidnapped a lot, so get used to that, but not the most. So that's the first few episodes. Now, I do want to mention this episode, First Duel. Now there is other episodes like the ones with Weevil Underwood where Yugi wins his first duel, but that's just not interesting, to be honest. I don't care to review that bit. The First Duel is Joey's first ever duel with his first ever set of cards, and he duels against My Valentine, who is quite an important character later. Well, I say important, but I actually mean absolutely pointless as a character, but pretty entertaining, even though they never win an entire duel in the whole series. And then and apparently she's a veteran duelist. How she got to be a veteran duelist, I'll never know. But it turns out she apparently is psychic, but Joey notices that she sprays different perfume on every single one of the void cards in her deck, so that it's easier for her to win, so she doesn't even have to look at the cards to intimidate the duelist. But Joey figures it out and he wins. But apparently the veteran duelist is going to go on a losing streak, because no duels are won unless they're forfeited, which, by Joey, he forfeits against her lots of times. So, on to this next one, Give Up the Ghost. Now, I mentioned that I'd say this earlier with Seto Kaiba. I think it's quite an important episode, because like, when Seto Kaiba was beaten, his dark side was sent to the Shadow Realm. Hope you can hear me, but like, after that happened, well, that happened. So, he's brought back by Pegasus to duel Yugi, but this time he still has the blue eyes white dragons, and Yugi doesn't have Exodia, because I forgot to mention that in episode 3, Weevil Underwood throws him off the boat into the water, and Joey doesn't manage to get all of them back. So he's pretty much screwed. But he manages to win in the end, because he's a main character, and main characters don't lose. That's really all about this episode I need to mention. Alright, I'm gonna stop this now. I'm gonna mention the end of the series. I was gonna but this episode is actually most important. It's called Evil Spirit of the Ring, which is episode 13. Now it involves Bakura, who's in Yugi's class, and to find out that like Yugi's Millennium Puzzle, he has a Millennium Ring. So with that Millennium Ring, he can suck himself. No, like, he used it to send them to Shadow Realm again and traps everyone but the Pharaoh in Yugi's Millennium Puzzle in a card, their favourite cards. And they have to duel and use them against each other. So, now at the end of the series, we have Bandit Keith, who will make an appearance later, but will be killed. Well, I'm pretty sure he's killed. I'm not sure what actually happens to him in the end. But he duels Pegasus, gets his ass kicked again. Last time he got his ass kicked by a 6-year-old. And he got his ass kicked by Joey, I'm pretty sure. Haven't seen these episodes in a long time. There's also, and then Yugi, Kaiba also duels Pegasus, loses as well. Then Yugi does. And since Yugi's a boss, he actually wins against Pegasus and he gets the prize money which he gives to Joey to help his sister, who is going blind and needs to get her an eye operation. While Yugi gets this pussy ass card that he gives to some girl. But if I ever review season 2, that's when that will be mentioned. So, thanks for watching my episodes review. Next time, we're on to manga and cards. See you then.